God save the King!
The Princess of Wales has committed her grown-up existence to the royal family, turning into a key participant in its reputation battle. Almost precisely 20 years ago, Kate Middleton stepped, or rather, skied into the public imagination. It used to be April 1, 2004, when The Sun first broke the information of Prince William's so-called first serious girlfriend, through a sequence of lengthy lens paparazzi pics taken of the two using a chair carry collectively at a ritzy Swiss resort. The charming headline? Finally, Wills gets a girl. There's a spooky type of symmetry to the public frenzies that bookend the now Princess of Wales's too many years in the highlight so far. The substance is grainy photographs, invasion of fundamental human privacy, a rabid fascination that shortly grew to become darkish or eerily similar, even though it's a terrible indictment on human development to understand that the swarm of photographers who pursued Kate backyard her Chelsea flat after this information broke sense enormously benign when in contrast to the hordes of conspiracists lurking in the back of telephones now. The 22-year-old in Y2K sunshades and a pink vest nearly clearly had no concept that as a 42-year-old she'd be sitting on a bench in a Breton stripe sweater, telling the world she used to be getting most cancer's treatment, nor may want to she ever have conceived that the video the place she did that would be picked aside for proof that it used to be a deep fake generated through synthetic intelligence. Some of that's down to technological developments, however it's additionally a testimony to simply how magnificent Kate's existence has been on the grounds that this second when her formerly non-public college romance grew to become public property. From the vantage factor of the present, it feels fated that Kate would go on to marry William and, if you subscribe to the Crown-endorsed social climber theory, it's sincerely what her supposed puppet master mom Carol Middleton had deliberate all along. That endgame, however, was once a ways from assured again in 2004. While she grew up with brilliant privilege, Kate was once no longer born into the aristocratic internal circle that normally furnished future queens. Indeed, these early years as a royal female friend noticed her robotically mocked for her everyday background. She used to be referred to as Kate Middle Class, and had doors to manual whispered when she walked past, a taunt directed at her mom's quick stint as a flight attendant. It would be every other 6 years earlier than William popped the question, the use of his mother's infamous sapphire ring. Somewhere in there 2007, clearly there was once a breakup, a short 2-month interlude aside that William would describe in their engagement interview as trying to locate our personal way after their identities grew to be too intertwined by using coming into maturity in every other's pockets. Their engagement delivered the weighty Katie generation to an end, silencing the tabloid headlines that painted her as a pathetic determine inserting her lifestyles on maintain till the prince eventually picked her to be his bride. This context things when we then reflect on consideration on Kate's genuine tenure as a working member of the household firm. The milestones that possibly come to thwart the wedding, the births of her 3 teens are all intrinsically associated to her function as William's romantic partner, and then through extension, father or mother to a future king. This used to be how we first met her and how the world continues to prefer to be aware of her, if we're honest, and, dare we say, how Kate needs to be known, as well? Being a spouse and mom are surely her priorities in lifestyle, something she highlighted even in her most cancers announcement, stressing how she'd centered on defending her young people as plenty as viable for the duration of this time and the work she's performed with her public platform. Nearly all ties returned into that in some way. Whether it's championing look up into early childhood improvement or working to normalize speaking overtly about one's intellectual fitness challenges, it's occasionally tempting to criticize her for now not doing greater with the have an impact on she's been given. With it a game-changing engagement in opposition to X or Y hot-button issue, the landmark speech altering the dialogue about A or B? But, as so many matters are with Kate Middleton, it's additionally no longer as easy as it seems. The critique that she's simply a garment's horse, for example, ignores the splendid have an effect on her cloth cabinet preferences can have, altering the trajectory of a single company and boosting the popularity of Britain's trend enterprise greater broadly. It additionally doesn't account for the truth that we, the public, are the ones who fixate, ditto the primacy of her marriage and youngsters in her life, the place its testimonies or photographs about these matters that have a tendency to clutch headlines and generate social media chatter. Also, is it feasible that in judging Kate's desire to prioritize these things, we're surely reinforcing worn-out thoughts of that kind of work as much less than, much less important, much less valuable, and additionally ignoring these matters that ladies in no way genuinely get deposit for, like the smooth energy that Kate yields as a public figure, lending her likable face to burnish an organization that regularly struggles with the human touch, her smiling face and priceless asset to those with immovably stiff top lips. Behind the scenes, via many accounts, she occupies in a similar way influential role, credited with repairing a fraught relationship between her husband and his father, and trying to play a peace-broking position in the rift between William and Harry. All this whilst navigating being a princess in a time when the preceding blueprints for the job, even in Diana's time, are fully outdated, and the argument for its existence greater tenuous than it's ever been. Still, you solely want to seem to be at the tentpole royal occasions of the final few years, Queen Elizabeth's funeral, King Charles's coronation, to see how a ways Kate has come from the youngster on the ski slopes we first met in 2004. She's a critical section of the royal computing device, see, the gaping gap in royal court cases with her on the sidelines for the foreseeable future, who is arguably one of the ultimate portions of string maintaining the right ship Windsor afloat. If solely due to the fact she's nevertheless something that makes humans pay interest to them, the lifeblood of an organization whose complete existence depends on symbolic visibility, what is most striking, however, is what has stayed the identical, and that is the truth that we don't truly understand very an awful lot about Kate Middleton the person. You can matter on one hand, almost, the tidbits of data we've gleaned considering 2004. Fascinating as listening to she loves swimming exterior and baking with her young people is, it's rarely the stuff of a deep psychological relevance. Perhaps she's saving all that for her subsequent too many years in the spotlight.